If you didn't see it, you wouldn't believe it. Pictures have been released on Twitter of Sam Bankman Fried at the airport. Remember that guy? The one that had the $250 million bond to pay? Yeah, he's a free man. He's at the airport chilling with his parents on a business class flight as well. Do you also remember the time he told Maxine Waters that he didn't have access to his personal or professional information? Well, it looks like he's got his phone and laptop back now. He was in the Greenwich Business Class Lounge in American Airlines Terminal 8. Someone then even managed to get a picture with him on the flight, on business class. Thought this guy had no money left. You're the only one to be thinking how Sam Bankman Fried and his family are able to afford business class flights when they've got to save their money for something else that's coming up, we think. The reason that Sam Bankman Fried is able to do this is because he walked out of court a free man a few days ago. You may have seen the headlines that he had a $250 million bond to pay. And you might have been thinking to yourself, oh, this is pretty good. They say he's not going anywhere. According to CoinDesk, in a typical federal case, a bail bondsman would charge between 10 to 15% of the amount in cash. So 15% of $250 million would be $37.5 million. But Sam Bankman Fried did not pay $37.5 million. No, Sam Bankman Fried didn't pay anything at all. Zero. Because there is a second way to acquire a bail bond. A defendant or someone on the behalf of the defendant can pledge collateral of the full amount of the bond. If the defendant fails to appear in court, then that pledged collateral is forfeited to the court. So, who is the mysterious benefactor that gave $250 million as collateral for his bond? The answer is no one as well. Instead, Sam Bankman Fried's parents promised to pledge as collateral their Palo Alto, California home, where he was supposed to be staying under house arrest. That home is rumored to be worth around $4 million. A long way away from $250 million. What we now understand is that Sam Bankman Fried was released from custody on something called a personal reconnaissance bond. This is basically a promise from Sam Bankman Fried and his parents to agree to pay the court $250 million if he fails to show up at his trial on time. Yep, you read that right. Sam Bankman Fried is basically a free man if he agrees to pay $250 million if he doesn't leave the country. Who would have thought the United States of America would have more relaxed bail bonds for financial fraud than the Bahamas? Let's see where Sam Bankman Fried plans his next move.